Basically everything I told you in yesterday's video, I undid. I got to thinking about it, and I had taped down all these guys. You remember them, the Beatles? And my hair. So I took them off, and instead I was thinking about, once I drew those on there and got them painted in black, then I was gonna have to go around and paint the color behind them, which is what I did on my first Beatles guitar in the other room, which I will show you in a minute. I think I showed you before. And it just took a lot longer. So this time I took the Fab 4 off, and I went ahead and painted my color squares that I wanted. Just acrylic water-based paint. Just these little cheap guys. And I used bright colors like what the original picture was that I found that I wanted it to look like. So I went ahead and painted this, and I think I'm going to invest. These are like 99 cents. I think I'm going to do a little experimenting and try and get better paints, because this is taking a lot of coats to do this, and it did on my first guitar as well. This so far has taken, for some reason these lighter colors don't cover as nice, and so I've had to go back and do, this was three coats. I'm getting ready to do the last coat there, and then these two took, I think, 5. And they're still not done, I still have to go back. So I just left the red, and I just say, I save every to-go container that we get. These are little lids from putty. And I use them, for my palette to put my paint on and then paint, because it's just so much easier than wasting plates or whatever you would use. I just use this kind of stuff. And so anyway, I just go, if you do something like this, you might want to tape it off, but I have a shockingly steady hand. I really do have a steady hand. I don't know why I do. I shouldn't, after everything that I've gone through in life, but maybe that's the reason I have a steady hand. I don't know. So the problem with this one is I drew it with an ink pen, which was not smart. My squares, and so I am going back, and you have to go right up to the line to get that ink pen covered so you can't tell, and I would not do that again, but there's no way to undo it. So you just kind of put the coat of paint on until it looks really smooth. And I think with that, the painting is done. I might still go back over the yellow. It's not looking as smooth as what I wanted. And I'm gonna be tracing these on, so it's gonna cover up a block of these colors anyway, whenever I get it on there. But I just wanna make sure that it's just a real even, so that you don't see streaks. And for some reason, this is the one I was talking about, my first Beatles guitar, that I did at Christmas. And the green and the yellow were tricky on this one too. So I don't know if it's just a light color thing, but I actually need to look into that a little bit more. So yeah, that's all it is. And anything that, if you drag your hair through it like I do, or if you get it on your hands, or not so much your clothes are probably gonna be ruined. It's all water soluble. So you just wash it off with soap and water. Easy peasy. One thing I did notice, that my tape had come up here on the sides, so some of my chalk paint primer that I use got on the side of the wood side of my guitar, and I did not want paint on that, and that is not water soluble. So I just tested it a minute ago, and you can use whatever paint remover that you want if you get it something that's doesn't come off with soap and water. But this is just fingernail polish remover, and it takes off any little mistakes that you might make pretty easily. I don't know about oil paints, because I don't use them. I use everything that I can clean up pretty easily at this point. And you're gonna put a Mod Podge or a shellac heavy coat on top, so whatever paint you want to use is fine, because you're gonna seal it up with Mod Podge, and then you can protect your paint that way. So anyway, the next step after this dries, it's looking kind of good. I like it, very retro, is I'm gonna tape the Fab 4 back on there, and then start drawing them on and then painting them. And it's gonna be lovely. I'm just really excited about this. It's rainy today, and good day to stay in and just do some projects. So anyway, I will keep you posted on progress.